Sunderland, Public Insurance Adjuster with Gavnat and Associates. Today we are out here on site on a roof, and we're actually going to show you what hail damage looks like to an asphalt shingle roof. So if we're going to actually total a roof due to hail damage, we have to show that there's more components to it than just shingle damage. Typically what we'll find is soft metal damage to the roof vents, to the valley metals, and then ultimately hail impact marks on the shingles, in which case we would do what we call a test square. A test square is a 10-foot by 10-foot section of the roof where we're going to go on and look at one particular area of the roof, identify how many hail marks there are, and then that will be considered widespread across the entire roof. Now, several insurance companies, when they come out, are going to have one criteria. Others may have more. They may say we need 6 hail hits in a 10-foot by 10-foot section. We may need 20. But for our purposes, being public insurance adjusters working for the policyholder, we just need to see hail damage. If it's impacted by hail, it's damaged, and if it can't be repaired, it's got to be replaced. So to start with, we've actually gone ahead and we've looked at some of the soft metals. We've got a roof vent here. You can see we've got a nice big hail impact mark. It's round, it's circular, there's no sharp points. So this was made by hail, and it shows the size of the hail. This is probably 1 to 1.5 inch size hail. We're going to go down here to the valley metal. We've got 2 hail marks marked here, one there, and one on the side metal. This is a little bit smaller size hail. That's maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4. So it shows that we had a different, we had the same direction. The hail came from the same direction, but it varied in size from 1/2 inch to maybe 1.25 inch hail that hit this roof. So now when we go to our 10-foot by 10-foot test square, we're looking for hail impact marks on this area. We've gone ahead and located those. So you can see we've got about 10 circles here. This is what we would mark it as the front elevation equals 10 plus hail hits. And let's go ahead and look at what a hail impact mark actually looks like. Right here, we've got a round mark with the black underlayment showing with no granules on it. Now, if we look at this would be a mechanical line. Or if we go over here, we're going to find some areas. This is just normal wear and tear. It has nothing to do with hail. People get confused. What am I looking at for hail? We're actually looking for round indentations where the hail hit it and knocked the granules loose, and that would be considered one hail mark. And the reason it's damaged, we don't have a spot that's going to be leaking tomorrow. It's not going to cause water infiltration right now, but the shingle is now damaged. It's not like it was before, and the life expectancy of the shingle has been basically dramatically within the next couple of years, that the ultraviolet rays from the sun are going to impact that, and we could have leaking. So this would be considered, if we've got 10 hail hits in a square, this would be considered, this entire slope is damaged and totaled. Now if we find that on the back slope, then that slope is totaled. That means the whole roof has to be replaced. So this was a roof that we had an appraisal panel out on yesterday. They did total this roof, and this one will be approved for full replacement within the next couple weeks. So I hope this helps you, and this is what hail damage looks like on an asphalt roof.